spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Washington football team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Off play action. Fox. He's got Mason complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
They go play action here on first down.
And that'll be complete to Dillon.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Off the play fake. Fox. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Throwing on first down. Huntley.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll make this a second down. Back to throw. Huntley. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with.
They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick.
Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Operating from the gun, Fox. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Huntley.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. Fox. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on each of the last two plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Off the play fake. Fox. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's sharp. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off play action. Fox. He'll buy some time right. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Carolina. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st down, Huntley flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
That's a nice throw there, and he's...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
To throw on second down. Huntley. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Huntley. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw. Huntley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off play action. Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw on third down. Huntley. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Carolina.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll look to throw again. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Off the play fake. Fox.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. He's got it to Gibson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gibson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fox. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
To throw on 2nd down.
Huntley. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fox.
They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Fox.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 42 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain, a nice little cherry on top there at the end. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Working with 2nd and 5 now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Huntley. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fox. Complete. Dillon able to get out across the 40-yard line. So a spectacular play to begin this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue